What's up, Danny?
Hey, Bob. Ladies and
Welcome
gentlemen,
back.
Welcome to the Noonchi podcast. Let's just get straight to it. So yesterday I had a show on Sunday, and it was for a grand opening party, I guess, of a restaurant, right? Which I'm helping kind of get off the ground.
Yeah.
I was very hesitant to do a comedy show there, but people involved said, "Hey, we should do a comedy show here." I said, "Okay."
For the grand opening.
Yes. And so, obviously the people involved, people that came to the show were pretty much all invites. Maybe there was like one or two, like
fans of the club.
Yes.
Comedians.
And overall, like the vibe of the place was just not stand up. Good for stand up. Too bright.
Yeah.
I told them to take out more lights. They didn't. Yada yada yada. Anyway, so as soon as the show starts, I went, "Ooh, everyone's going to eat shit today." Right?
I was there too, guys.
Yeah.
And I felt that way as soon as I got there.
Yeah.
Not even before the show started.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to be a special night.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
And
then so basically there was this woman, she was there with her friend, and that woman apparently used to be a former Miss Korea. She's pretty.
Yeah.
But then during the show, like the host was like, "Hey, please not try to interrupt the show, whatever. Treat it like a movie," right? And unless that's how she acts in a movie theater, she was a fucking bitch.
She was actually there before the show started.
Yeah.
They were already drinking wine. They were on their second or third bottle of wine.
Yeah.
So definitely they were buzzed.
Yeah. And so now, if I was, and I think I told you this before, if I was just hired talent, right, I would have just fucking just chewed her out, right? But then given that I am beyond hired talent and that person is a friend of the owners, I had to just fucking take it in the chin. And it's the first time in quite some time that I've bombed on stage.
You shot the bed.
And
on the stage. Yes, I was there.
And you finally saw me shit the bed. And so, I was angry because like, obviously the comedian side of me wants to just fucking just rip her to shreds.
Yeah, no, I can tell there was conflict within you.
Yeah.
It was like, but I was looking for a phone book so I could throw the phone book on the stage and read from the phone book. It'll be funnier.
And so, I was like, well, it is what it is. And, that venue probably won't ever be doing stand-up comedy again if I have anything to do with it.
And plus, I was very happy for, you've bombed before, so you know the feeling, you know how to move on from it, you know. But the other comics, sure, they bombed before.
Yeah.
But like, have they ever had a show where there was like little to no laughter? Like that?
In the beginning, yeah.
Yeah.
So they're familiar with it.
Okay.
But
it's never fun.
Oh yeah, of course not. And so I, it was just, it's still, like.
But is it fun watching each other bomb though, knowing the situation?
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but I couldn't do it yesterday. Like I couldn't watch it because like I knew that
you had your hands tied. You couldn't do anything about it.
And so that's why I was outside the whole time before it was my turn, because I was like, this is gonna fucking suck ass. And I can't fucking, and you know what it is? It's like the audacity of this woman, right? To be like, she's at a show, but given that she's a former Miss Korea, now here I am just like psychoanalyzing, right? She wants to be the center of attention.
Yeah.
Right? But she's an audience member of the show.
Yeah.
And yet she still wants to be the center of attention.
So, yeah.
And all of us, hosts included, has been continually telling her to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Right? Now,
but in a nice way.
Yeah,
and then the manager went up and said something. I realized and she got all like beat us up.
Right.
Went to the restroom. She wasn't looking at you guys.
Right.
And then, Yeah.
And then on top of that, the Noonchi, you know what I mean? Like, this is a Noonchi podcast, and I feel like most Koreans have like, what do you call it? The default factory preset setting of Noonchi is, I think it's wired for most people, Korean people. I was assuming.
Yeah.
But she got a special thing where, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you are self-aware, right? And even if you're a little buzzed, I'm sure you can tell, like, yo, I'm being an ass right now.
Yeah.
Like, people are not feeling what I'm doing, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, she clearly didn't have that factory setting. And so, like, and you know, like, if it's an American comedy club, we have a fucking bouncer or somebody just actually escort her out, right?
Yeah.
But so
it wasn't a club situation.
Right.
It wasn't on your turf.
Right.
It was, your hands were tied. It definitely was enjoyable to watch for me.
Right. I was gonna go in to be like, hey, you know, this might work maybe 20 years ago for you, but not now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, the discomfort of it, for me, at a certain point, I was uncomfortable, right? But then I realized there's no saving this.
Yeah.
And then for me, it was like, I hope this gets worse.
Yeah.
And sure enough, it did.
Yeah.
And then for me, it was incredibly like satisfying. It was like really entertaining for me because I couldn't wait to talk about it on the podcast. Right. I couldn't wait to, like,
you know, and
give you guys shit after the show.
Yeah, but you know what was funny was that, like, you know, I could have tried to do like stuff that like caters to a wider net of people.
Yeah.
But I said, you know what? Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm going all the way in.
I realized.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was just saying random shit. And then, like, you know what I realized? That stool.
Yeah.
Usually a stool, the bottom has all four. Yeah. Like, it's whether it's a square or a circle, there's a whole rim on the bottom, right? Yeah. I flipped it open. There's no bottom, right? So even when I'm trying to do the thing, it goes dunk, dunk. And then on top of that, the mic sucks ass. So it's like, cling, 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 cling.
I was thinking the same thing. Dude, I was hoping at least you get like a chuckle out of that, but it was like the worst situation.
Oh yeah,
ever.
And then
but also the crowd was literally, everyone was older than you guys.
Yeah.
Like everyone was my age, had kids. I was like talking to people beforehand. They were like talking about their kids and stuff. And so it was the wrong crowd, wrong situation, wrong venue, wrong everything. Yeah. And for me, it was just a delight.
Yeah.
Like I was.
And you know what sucks even more though, after the bombing? When people come up to me after the show. Yeah.
수고했다고.
수고하고. And then some people were like, oh, 너무 재밌었어요. Right? So, and I'm like, God, yo, I wanted to be like, my soul went, 네, 감사합니다. Right? But I want to be like, shut the fuck up. Like, you know, because.
No, but at the end of Danny's set, you were like, yes, 여러분, please never go see stand up again. Yeah. You're not welcome. You're like,
don't come.
You spoke on behalf of all comics.
Like, I feel like I've earned that right here in Korea. Don't come. Yeah. You guys are just a shitty audience. And like, if she was still looking, I was like, especially you guys, don't ever come.
She walked out like towards the end of your set.
Because I wanted to be even more disgusting so that I would just fucking like make her night fucking living hell.
Yeah, but you ended on you went you went the dirty route, and we're talking. You started talking about. You went all the way, all the anal sex jokes and stuff like that, and that at the end, you did a really wholesome joke. And it got like maybe 2 laughs. So I think maybe in hindsight, maybe at the beginning, Tongha was like, "This is a shipku, like a rated R show, right?" And so I think everyone was just not. Maybe that was the wrong way to go about it. Maybe they needed just like fun kid jokes.
But then there was the interrupters, as we like to call them.
Yeah, that messed it up.
No, but they also said, "Oh, 19금, 20금 해주세요."
Oh yeah,
right. And I was like, "Oh yeah,
yeah, that's true."
Yeah, I was like, "You asked for it, and this is what you're getting, right?" So like like to me, it's I wanted to the part that was just like just pissed me off was that like you said, I had my hands tied because if I was just there to perform and like I'm gonna fucking burn all these bridges right now. Then I would have been like, oh God.
I know you would have too, but that's why. But the fact that you couldn't go there was also very entertaining for me. It's like
because my soul yesterday was like but that's what I am for the whole scene now.
Yeah. You like, have to kind of be on your best behavior.
At my comedy club or like things like this. If I'm like they hired me to do a random gig somewhere, then that's when I'm like, I don't care. I won't ever come here again, right? And just
it's like Bill Burr on that Philadelphia stage.
Yeah. But I mean, anyway, I was not. I did not sleep well yesterday to a point where I started. I drank a decent amount.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You guys went drinking after.
Yeah.
But did you talk about anything else about that?
No, it was interesting. Like there was 2 girls that came because they were fans of the first comedian, right? And apparently, because the other comics went first, I had to like wrap up at the restaurant. Yeah. They met him on the street and they started drinking together.
Oh, really? Okay.
Right. So that's why we ran into them.
Yeah.
When I got there, like they were there, I was like, oh shit. But I remember those 2 girls were mortified at what I was saying. And one of them happens to be a YouTuber who has about like 100K plus followers. Really? Okay. I didn't know. Yeah. But then and then she was mortified.
Did you guys talk about it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you guys get along or?
Yeah, we were fine. We were fine. I like, cause, ultimately it's kind of like people don't know, again, like when it comes to like stand up, like there's so many variables, right? Yeah. Like lighting, fucking sound. The kitchen was open, so you can hear the clanging and the frying and the whatever, right? So all of that is just not conducive to doing good stand-up comedy, right? On top of that, like and so, but people don't know that.
Yeah.
Even to be honest, I don't think people in America know that all that is takes away from a good night.
Yeah.
So they're a look of. You know how they say laughter is contagious? So is silence.
Yeah, I mean the venue was definitely, you could have had the same kind of, it would have been the same thing doing it like at a gas station or like
right.
It was not meant for
so lesson learned. I, to be honest, probably the last 2 weeks, like I have not like been motivated like when it comes to like the actual like art of stand-up.
Oh, because you have a lot of business on mind. You have to get the business up and running.
Like here I am like going, all right, well, I mean snacks and fucking here I am like, dude, my whole YouTube algorithm right now is, it used to be like, like it's like sports and sports and podcasts and comedy.
Yeah.
Now it's like how to make pork rinds.
Yeah.
Or like beef jerky with a dehydrator, right? Yeah. Also like building homes out of containers, container boxes.
Oh yeah. I had a deep dive on that stuff too. Like tiny home living.
Yeah.
Living off the grid, like living mortgage without a mortgage. Yeah. That stuff's addicting.
But you can call it tiny home living, but it depends on how many fucking containers you use. You can make a big ass house if you want to, true, right?
Yeah.
And so like I've seen the 2 container homes where it's like you get like one master bedroom, one really small room and a bathroom and a living room, and that's enough, right? But then like I've seen like these like where they hire like a fucking home designer, you know what I mean? That makes it all fancy and shit. They use like 8 containers. There's like a fucking stairwell that's like 3 stories high, like shit like that too.
All I care about is like the bottom line, like when it comes to tiny living, like how much did they spend on that place, and how much is it going to take to upkeep?
Right.
And that's the most attractive part of it.
Right.
It's like, and I still kind of hope one day, I don't know, wouldn't want to, for me now with kids, I think it's like, I don't want to subject them to having to live with, they can't use that much water, or like, we have no septic system. So we got to like take out that, it depends on the kind of plumbing you could attach to the place. Yeah. And, it's always in a remote place where they don't have like taxis or like pedal, or you can't deliver food.
So you want to spoil your kids?
No, to a certain extent. Like I don't want to always have to cook dinner for them. I want to like order pizza every now and then, let them have that experience. So I don't know. But
so are you like completely like, I'm sure you had this like fantasy or something in your head about where, like somewhere like in Jeju where there aren't that many, not even in the main joints of areas of Jeju, but somewhere like in the sticks where, you fucking put 2 containers together and like build a house.
That's like my retirement dream.
Right.
Like when the kids are old enough we kick them out.
Yeah.
Then just like somewhere where we can just live kind of a simple life.
But you say retirement, right? Yeah. Like, how Koreans are not, it's not a 18 and get the fuck out type of.
It's not anymore.
Yeah, society.
Maybe it never was.
Yeah. It's more like either like if you live in the shigor and your kid needs to find work in the big city, that's probably the only time they'll move out.
Yeah.
Or, but you live in Seoul. So if you're not going to.
They'll probably live with us until they get married. And
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when are you going to retire, bro?
I don't know. According to one Saju, they said I'm going to retire before I'm 50. So I only have a few years left.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you got on that sentence before I was going to be like, ooh, in 2 years.
my wife saw a Saju, or like a tarot reader, and she said, this was like a few years back, and they said specifically, your husband is going to make a lot of money. He's going to start making a lot of money when he's 45. And so I'm like, and that's like a Korean, so Korean age. I'm 45 now.
Yeah.
So I only have a few months left to fulfill that prophecy. I'm like hoping like something happens. So I've been like asking my brother to buy me lotto tickets back home and stuff like that. So I don't know. I'm just kind of milking it until the end of the year, but or maybe they didn't realize that I was international age run. Like, so maybe I do have another year to fulfill. I don't know.
Yeah. For someone that grew up very religious. Yeah. It's very interesting. Yeah. By the way, a good thing about me fucking bombing last night, it totally broke my superstition.
Oh, did you wear the red underwear?
Yeah.
I bought red underwear while I was in the States. I've never owned red underwear before. Maybe when I was like 4 years old. I had red underwear. But like I bought red underwear.
But back then,
normally I would just pass on it, but then I saw it. I was picking up. I was like at a Ross Dress for Less or something like Nordstrom Rack, right? And I was getting like underwear on sale.
Yeah.
And they had these 3-packs of underwear, and then I could have just got all black, but then I saw one pack. It was like black, blue, and red, and then it made me think of you, and I was like, you know what? Nothing else has worked in my life up to this point. Maybe I'll just jump onto Danny's superstition, and I got the red underwear. So I need to figure out when to wear it. So
like for like important things, like maybe, whether it's like job interviews or things where you need to like nail down. Yeah, try it once in a while. But again, I was batting close to 900. With red underwear. And then yesterday, I was like, ooh.
You're free from the spell, though.
Yes.
You don't have to abide by those superstitions now.
Now I look at red underwear, like, that don't mean shit to me.
I mean, we've talked about this before. The worst show I ever played was not an empty show, right? That's always the thing. Like, it's like, last night was not empty. Yeah. You've done a show for literally one person before, and I bet last night was worse than that one person.
Absolutely.
Right. I've been in the same situation. Like I've been like and so shows that pay well, regardless, you get booked for it.
Right.
Those end up turning out to be the worst shows when people aren't really anticipating you. Yeah. It's because it's for some opening or it's at some hotel bar. Yeah. Or it's like at a So it's just one of those things like we want to pass on to as advice to anyone that wants to be an entertainer. Like any show where they're not there to see you, it's not gonna. More times than not, you're not gonna wow the people. Yeah, like it's just there's just too much like homework they need to do to be on the level that you need them to be, right? So and they're not gonna do that. So.
Basically, and I say this to at least the comedians. We're like funny prostitutes, right? Meaning a lot of times it's going to suck. And all we do is close our eyes, open our mouths, and get paid. Right? And so...
And they all understood that? They all understood your analogy?
The comedians? Yeah, they're like, that's so... Because, like... They understand that they're not gonna hit it out the park all the time, right? So they're going to fucking swing and a miss. And yesterday was a shutout. Yeah, you know what I mean. And so anyway, it's a good lesson, but it just made me not like it. Like, it was kind of like the cherry on top of maybe 2 weeks of me just not being happy with the comedy. Like my comedy and the scene. So like now it's time for me to refocus because I'm doing another hour set in 2 weeks. And I'm trying to take a different approach from the last 4 shows.
How so?
I don't want to do it like here's my hour, everybody. I want to like really just fuck around and experiment and like try new shit and like not just material, but like just thoughts in my head that I just want to get out and figure out how to like
very Dave stage. Chappelle.
I mean, it's something that I realize that I don't want to give them like a ladies and gentlemen, here is the hour that I prepared for you. and enjoy. Like I want to be like, you know what, let's fuck around and try some new shit.
Okay.
But also like old shit.
I mean, you can always like fall back onto your set.
Yeah. So I mean, that's why like those are kind of like my safety.
Yeah.
Like my safety net, where I'd be like, oh, this is going nowhere. Yeah. Well, here's a joke that works, right? Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the situation that I want to do.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, then because I'm planning on going to that show also.
Damn, you've seen all 5 of my 1 hour.
I enjoy it though. Yeah. Like I love stand-up comedy and I love the process too. Like, So I'll watch a stand-up. In the beginning, it was really odd to me. Yeah. Like when I'd see a stand-up for a second time, I'd be like, "Oh, I heard this stuff before." Yeah. Oh, they don't do new stuff every time. Yeah. It's just like, and then once I figured it out, it was just like, "Oh, this is just like what I do," in a sense. Where like, so I'm like, all right, then now I can appreciate the craft of it, and still see the same sets over and over. You know, I enjoy it. I enjoy watching you work out your material.
I mean, the stuff that I want to really explore, which is kind of dangerous in Korea particularly, is like the hush hush shit.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like there's some ideas that I was like, oh, this is interesting that I want to say. You know what I mean? One of the things is like room salons.
Oh, okay.
You know,
that's a touchy situation.
It's not even touchy. It's just that like everyone knows it exists. Yeah. Everyone knows a lot of people go to it. It's just that even people that have gone to it will not admit that they go to it.
That's a big problem. Right? You'll miss a lot of laughter because they don't want to laugh.
I know. Yeah. That's why. But I still want to explore because of the fact that. You know, just the concept of it is so funny to me. Is because like even beyond like, you know, the negative stereotypes of, because so some room salons, they don't go to icha, right? Icha means you pay and then you can have sex with them, right? Mm-hmm. But some of it is just that it's kind of like a higher end Tomi, mm-hmm, right? Yeah. Where you just drink and hang out and talk to them, right?
Yeah.
And I go like. These because I've, you know, some hyungs have taken me to these places, mm-hmm, and these girls, they have to basically, at the end of the day, they're like a therapist, right? Like these dudes are, some of them will tell them their like stresses about what they're going through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or fucking, you know, my business is not going so well.
They're drinking, their inhibitions are lowered, so they want to talk about their hardships.
Yeah. And then these girls, for that hour or two, are going, oh, that sucks. That, you know.
Or they're basically paid to be agreeable.
Yeah.
Like they're not supposed to like.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's, to me, it's like therapy for some of these people, right?
Not to say that the therapists need to be agreeable.
No, they need to
hear you out.
Yeah. So in Korea, there's this older woman who's famous. She doles out fucking advice. Her name's Oh Young.
Oh, you were on her show.
Yeah, but she has many shows, right? Okay. Where that's all she does, right? What's your concerns? Yeah. You know, and then like she tries to like give you advice or like hear you out. Like, you know, if you say something sad, like you see it in her eyes, like she's agreeing not just with what you say, but the emotions. But if it's something, you know, she feels like you're not seeing, she'll you know, bring that out, right? Okay. So, you know, but this is older woman, you know, and I went, these room salon girls are just a sexy ass version of her. Right? Right? You know what I mean?
I guess you're right.
You know,
to a certain extent,
it's just a sexy ass version of her, right?
And it costs about the same, probably.
Dude, apparently, like going to her is super expensive, and it's like she sees you once, and you keep on coming. She doesn't see you. She's that busy.
Oh, okay.
So she'll apparently toss you off to like her junior therapist or whatever her company does, right? Or her hospital does. And so, you know, like that's the type of thoughts that I want to do is like, you're just treating it like it's like, you know, like it's this sexploitation shit. But I was like, nah, sometimes it's just like, hey, like I don't want to reveal all these things.
Yeah.
I want to say it to a complete stranger who I might not ever see again. You know what I mean? And just kind of like,
I think they'll connect with the actual sentiment of what you're speaking about.
Right.
Even women can go to room
host bars,
right? Hopas, right? And so it's the same concept.
Yeah,
right?
they just need to like let out steam in one way or the other, right?
Yeah.
You know? And so that's why I go, yo, man, like I don't look down on it. Like I don't think that it's, you know, like morally wrong. Mm-hmm. Now, I mean, now there's other places that, you know, on top of that, you pay extra and then you go upstairs and then it becomes prostitution, right? Which again, for me, if that's the way the girl wants to make money, then so be it, right? You know what I mean? As long as they're not forced to do it, I go, hey man, you know, do whatever you want to make money, right?
I think it's like you don't have to talk about room salons, but maybe like just karaoke's, right? Or like in LA, everyone does norabangs and gets tomies, right? Yeah. And I heard tomies like sell drugs.
Oh yeah.
So they're therapists. They basically
give you a
prescribe you for like, you know.
So I mean, like, you know, all these thoughts to me are like stuff that I want to say that no other person wants to touch in public on stage.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? In Korea. I just want to do it just because, you know, I'm not, you know, like my stance on it is like,
I think you can try it after. I mean, you can clearly read the room before telling that joke. And
I was going to say it yesterday. I was going to say it yesterday to fuck it up even more, right? You know what I mean? But, you know, like there's like thoughts like that I have, like where, you know.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously this podcast helps because, you know, I'm not even like necessarily trying the bit. I'm just, as we're talking, like some of it go, oh, this can be a bit. Like, I tried one recently about what a real compliment is, especially from someone of the opposite sex.
Okay.
Right? Because Korean, and I've heard this a handful of times. I'm not saying that I hear it often, but like female, like, how do you say, guests or female audience members, oh, 귀여워. Right? Mm-hmm. And I was like, yo, that's not a compliment.
You don't think that's a compliment?
No. It's not a compliment, but it's that their knee-jerk reaction, right? Mm-hmm. You know, like to like just blurt out words and make sounds just to like that correlate to whatever fucking action. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like if you like the, they're like, oh, yeah, right? Like it just comes out, right? And on top of that, I'm like a fucking chubby motherfucker, right? So, So like I remember saying this in an episode a long time ago or a while back. I go, a real compliment is what you can say to the dude's face. You can say it to his dick, and if they both check the box, then it's a compliment, right?
Okay.
So like 잘생겼어, compliment, right? 귀여워 might work up top, but down below, no guy wants.
To be cute down there.
Yeah, cute down there, right? You know? So I go like, oh, you have a scar on your face. Oh, 아프겠다. Fucking right? You know, like stuff like that. So, you know, it's all this is helping. And the only time now that I find some sort of joy is like when I like just say some random shit on stage that I go, I just thought about it recently and see how it works. Yeah. Sometimes it don't work, you know. You know, I even tried my old skydiving bit.
Oh, does that work or not?
No, it does not work. And I was like, I wonder why. right? You know, like, you know. So, you know, like that's it. That's the interesting part of stand-up, especially doing it in another language, is going, hey, will something that like worked in English 15 years ago work now? You know? Yeah. Like a part of me wants to like, and obviously I won't do it, but like remix or, you know, sample like jokes from 20 years ago from other comedians. Oh yeah. Right. Yeah. And then just put a Korean twist on it and see if the text and the theory and the topic, obviously that's not, I'm not going to do it, but I'm just very curious how they would react to it. Because I can think of, did you know that, you know, the 청와대 is like the blue house, right? So they have like a website where you can upload your cause. Okay. Right? Like, yo, man, like, let's say that this freeway has too many potholes. Like, you need to fix it. right? And if it gets 100,000 votes, right, then
they'll address it.
Yeah. Right. But there's no repercussions to just putting up bullshit.
Oh, really?
You know what I mean? My son's school lunch is salty. Like they'll put some random shit on there.
Yeah.
So this is an homage, or it's based off of Chris Rock's joke, where I go, if your petition doesn't get 50,000 votes, then you have to pay $1,000 to the government. That'll make people go, wait a minute, I don't want to. I shouldn't. I mean, yeah. You know, like that. Yeah, my son's school lunch is salty, but maybe I should just pack him better lunch. You know what I mean? Like it'll and for those that are brave enough to do it, you just collect all that money. Yeah. And you know, like Korean citizens during COVID, a lot of them got like extra money, like $200 every 6 months or whatever that thing was, right?
Yeah.
I go, yo, man, get all that money.
Oh yeah.
Fucking $200-300, you know, every 6 months. You know. I feel like
that's a great idea. Actually.
I feel like, you know, not even as a joke, but I want to be like, guys, I just gave you a pretty good idea that I feel like everyone would be down for.
Yeah.
In Korea.
That's a great idea, actually.
Yeah. So if whoever is it, I think it's the president, President Yoon, fucking let me know. Do you know there's, you know, the Korean president, there is a bunch of compilations of him like just
touching his balls.
Yeah. It's like crazy. Like I was like, wow, this dude does it a lot. Right.
What is he redistributing the or is he trying to like reposition it, or they're just scratchy, or
I think it's a mixture of both. I think he needs to wear red underwear. I think it's the underwear issue.
Maybe it's a tick.
That's like a bad tick to have if you're a president of a country, man. Like you know what I mean?
Guy.
Yeah. But I was like, yo, he is just like, it's just his go-to spot. I understand that. You know what I mean?
It's kind of funny though.
Yeah.
It's like it could be worse, I guess.
No, but like, okay, he does it a lot, right? But then let's say he's meeting like other world dignitaries, right? You know?
Yeah.
And he's gonna have to shake hands. Yeah. You know what I mean? They don't all bow, like, you know.
Meeting the queen or something.
Yeah. So touch the ball. Like, oh, 안녕하세요. Oh, nice to meet you. Huh?
Well, no, he doesn't. He touches outside the pants, right?
Of course.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, that's even worse. He's not Al Bundying it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, speaking of the president, quite recently, like there was he got hot mic somewhere, right?
The Korean president.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then like it caught him like kind of cursing.
Okay.
Right. And so, you know, number one, like, you know, they were kind of like, is it right for a president to curse? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what?
Of course, it's okay. Yeah. From our perspective.
Yeah. Yes. I was like, yo, it makes me want to have a drink with the guy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like to me, I want to, I wish like people like celebrities, politicians, like I want them to be, I want to hang out with them if they go, oh dude, he's just like me kind of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's why when out of all it's not like I hung out with a bunch of athletes in my life, but Charles Barkley was the most fun, right? Because I was like, yo, he says some wild shit on and off TV, and he's just a fun dude, you know? Aside from me being a fan of his basketball career, like those are the types of people I want to meet. I was like, I go, that should be more, I don't want to say praise, but that shouldn't be the reason why, you know, you're spending fucking 1 week of your news cycle debating on whether or not it's morally correct.
He's fit to be the president. That's
when he was hot mic, it was not like he said it like at a speech. He was like, 그거 씨발 미국 새끼들. He didn't say that, right? Like it was like as he's walking off and going to, you know, whatever car, whatever he's going to, he got hot mic'd, you know?
Good for him. Like I'm glad he uses those words.
Yeah. 쪽팔리게 씨발. Right. Okay. Do you have like a nervous or weird tick that's comparable to like touching your balls?
Yeah, I don't do well in social situations. Like I kind of am very like reserved, like it, almost to a fault. I think I'm just terrible when it comes to being around people. I
mean, like, but do you have like a tick? It's not, or you like, do you fucking scratch the back of your head, or do you?
I don't know. People don't really notice me, so I'm usually a fly on the wall. So perhaps I do. I don't know.
Do I have a tick? I mean, you know me long enough to know if I have a tick or not.
No, you just kind of have that resting bitch face all the time.
Something that I talked about yesterday with our buddy Sean, who was a guest here. I think it is time for us to officially, like the resting bitch face, the RBF.
Yeah.
I think it's more.
It's not politically correct.
No. What? It's for women. It goes well with women.
Okay.
Right.
Was there like a male version of that?
Yeah. The hit me face.
The hit me face?
Yeah. Right?
You kind of have a face.
Right. The hit me face where you were like, you want to sock this motherfucker in the face. Right? I think the
hit me face.
The male version. And I think we need to continue to hammer home the phrase "hit me face."
Promote it like HMF.
Yes. That way, that it becomes in the lexicon, the vernacular.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I like that. Yeah.
The hit me face. Because Sean and I were talking.
Yeah.
About some of his whatever things, and then I was saying, I didn't like that motherfucker when I first met him, right?
Sean?
No, not Sean, but like the person that he was talking about.
Okay.
Right. And his girlfriend was there. His girlfriend's love. We met her for the first time, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, man, that motherfucker has a hit me face, right? Right? He's like, what? Right? You know what I'm saying? And then I started doing the look like, I was like, this is him in public settings. Let's say the music's like this.
Yeah.
Right. And his girlfriend was like, oh my God, he's exactly like that. Yeah, it's fucking hit me face. You want to sock him in the face, don't you? Right. I mean, to be honest, like, everyone's kind of resting face.
Yeah.
Not everyone, but not everyone, but like resting face, nobody's rests with a smiley face.
I know some people that do.
Really?
Yeah.
Who?
We have a friend, Youngbin. You remember Youngbin used to work here? He's always like has a smile on his face when he's I think resting too.
You think so? You think when he's on the computer doing work, what a fucking psychopath! Who fucking smiles?
But it's Kiowa. It's like his thing.
Yo, man, Youngbin, I know you don't watch this show, but yo, you're a fucking psychopath if you be smiling when you just, you know what I mean?
No,
like
he's not.
No,
he's like the sweetest guy.
No, I mean like when he sees you, he has a smiley face, right? Or like when that I feel like okay, that I know a lot of people like that, but like when he's on the phone, like talking to whoever he needs to talk to for work. You think he's gonna be like, ne. Like nah, man, you fucking psychopath.
Right, maybe not. Okay.
Yeah, nobody's resting face is smiley.
Yeah,
it's just that some people look more hittable than others, right? Yeah, but I've gotten the comment that when I am not on.
Yeah.
When I'm not interacting with people and I'm just shut down in a corner, it's not approachable. They say they go.
Oh yeah, you don't have really approachable like aura. in general. But you bring your face into it. It's just like, oh God.
Oh shit. Oh no.
This guy like,
oh no. Nothing fun's gonna happen.
This guy belongs in a box. You're like, throw away the key, man.
It's true. No, I agree. I agree that like my fucking, you know how I know?
I was like, whenever I introduced Danny, I was like, oh, that's Day. Don't worry, he just looks like that. It's like he's harmless. Like
no, like how I know I was like, oh, this is really bad. Is there are days when you're hungover, right? And you don't want to do shit. So like one day, like I just kind of looked at I caught a glimpse of myself in the mirror as I'm just kind of like just miserable, and I said, "This is not good. It's not a good. And nobody wants to be around that shit." Right. Imagine if I had a fucking container, a small container house somewhere in the woods, and I'm in the fucking the porch area, just.
I think when you met my kids, I want to say I said, "Can you dress up like a clown? Or can you not wear black today? Or like, can you like?"
Hey,
I'm just kidding.
Benji seemed to like Uncle Danny. Lucy,
you came bearing gifts.
Yeah, Lucy, not so much.
Like, she don't care about no blanket.
I was like, what does Lucy need? Oh, baby blanket. I got her. I want to sleep. But I realized that now that I have a bunch of friends that have kids, everyone says the nice thing, right?
Yeah.
Like they change your lives.
Yeah.
They're miracles. They make me want to live for them.
Yeah.
But it's all
in the beginning.
But it's all in the eyes, man. Yeah. Where I see some of the spirit is broken, right? Like not just you, but there's a dude yesterday, right? Like he works with the 대표님 of the company that I work at now. They're the same age, and like I haven't seen him in like 5-6 months, and he was always kind of like beat up looking, and I went like, "So how's it going?" And he's like, and I saw it in his eyes. I said, and he goes, "No. I mean, they're." I live for them. I love them.
Yeah.
But I see it in their eyes. You're like, oh shit. Like
I know, like I can pick out anyone in a random person in a room and know if they have kids or not.
Yeah.
Like it's like just right now I'm going my daughter.
Yeah.
I have scratches all over my body, my face. Yeah. And right now that's the scar right here.
Yeah.
I had one that was just healed yesterday. Yeah. And she's like, oh, it healed. Yeah. Here's another one. It's like this little freaking fury of a, my goodness,
fury of a. I don't want to curses like that. Come on, basta Yoonseokyeol.
She's gonna watch this one day. I don't want to call her something very unsavory. Yeah. Be like, give her a bad day, but they're little terrorists. Like I kind of want to like
little terrorists.
I want to. At the end of the day, I should love them, but I don't always.
Isn't there any? I think that's worse than calling her something unsavory.
It's like.
I mean, no, because you're, out of everybody I know in Korea, or at least the last fucking 5 years of my life, like you're the closest friend I have with children.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And even before children, there's a little bit of spirit that was broken in you.
Yeah.
But now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's like, oh, shit.
Yeah. I'm trying to find my soul. I lost it somewhere.
Yeah,
it's like, I'm searching for it.
Yeah.
And it's somewhere out there.
Yeah.
But it's like me like searching in the dark.
Yeah.
Because my kids have ripped my eyes out. It's like, oh my gosh. Like,
I was like, you know what I realized? Like, you've never done this pre-kids. pre having a full-time job, right? There's something that I've noticed you do, and since you are an employee and a father, you face palm a lot.
Face palm a lot.
Yeah, like I was like, this motherfucker should be an expert. What the hell growing on his hands? Because I've never seen you face palm until
you know that famous statue that Rodin made, thinker. No, he's not thinking. He's a father. Fucking, what did I do? What fucking decisions have I made? I used to not have kids. That was a choice.
Man, I should have used hot sauce in my condom.
Oh man, if I could have a nickel for every time my wife brings up, why did I have to go clubbing that night? I don't know if you're first time hearing this. I met my wife at a 90s K-pop club at Pamgwa Muksai. And not everyone knows that. She doesn't like telling me that, like me telling people that.
Okay, so what is her story of how you guys met when she comes up, when like, obviously her close friends know, right? But like, what is her story? Like, how do y'all meet?
We all have bad nights. She's like, sometimes you can't win them all. So it's like,
so that's her story to like, if she goes, hey, this is someone new, like let's say like a church person. You know?
Her story is like,
어떻게 만나셨어요? 남편이 교포분이시구나.
She tells people that like we met through 소개팅. You know, like just a boring answer. Right. But I like the fact that we met at a 90s K-pop club. Because I think for me, it's unique. Yeah. You know, it's very unexpected. Yeah. Like most people don't think they're going to meet their significant other at a club.
Yeah. They're just thinking about hooking up. But the hooking up turned into a long
hell and two kids that can scratch the shit out of me. Like suck the life out of me. It's like, man.
You know what? Like, you know how Korea's birth rates are so low?
Yeah. It's really,
Looking at like fathers.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone wants to have you know what I mean? Like it's like, to me in Korea specifically, like the way everybody's kind of really overly stressed out. And I think it's because people are trying to catch up with whatever is like they see, or you know what I mean, or like, oh shit, the next door neighbor, they have like a brand new fucking baby cart. We need to go get a brand new.
I'm gonna be real right now, okay? You haven't seen the worst of it. Yeah. Like for me, for the most part, most fathers around their friends are talking it up and saying, "Hey, you should do it. Like you have to. Like it's gonna change your life and stuff." Yeah. But what we're really saying is like, misery loves company.
I know. I know. That's why I was like the way you're not a good salesman on like, it's almost like even you saying that, it's going to change your life.
Yeah.
I could see it in your eyes. Yeah. To be like, don't do it, man. Don't do it. Even my parents go, just, you know what? Like, yeah, I mean, getting married maybe, but like, don't have kids.
This is an interesting story. I don't know if I talked about this on the podcast before, but there's a pastor, right, that gave me like a
prophecy
before I moved to Korea.
He's the same guy?
Yeah.
Like that gave me a prophecy?
Yeah, a couple years before I moved here, said, hey, God is calling you to Korea. This was like 30 seconds within meeting him. Right. It's like, oh, God, you're going to be in Korea. God's calling you there. I was like, bullshit. Like, I can't even speak Korean. And eventually I ended up here. Yeah. Right. And then, but part of me was like, oh, like I'm willing to see if that means anything. Right. You know, I was like going to give it a couple years. And here I am like 11 years later, hoping I don't run into him because I have a prophecy for him. I'll just say, you know what? God is telling me in about a minute, your ass is going to be on the floor because I'm going to knock you out for like, do you know what I've been through in the last 11 years because of this? My goodness, like he's a good guy and all that stuff, but like Just like sometimes I'm like, my goodness.
Oh man, I have something to say that's like right at the tip of my tongue. I don't want you to fucking.
I'm not naming names because most people can guess who.
Yeah, I'm not trying.
Good guy.
I'm not trying to let you edit something out. But there's something like right on the tip of my tongue.
Okay,
I know it's gonna work.
No, I don't want to edit.
Oh man.
It's not a threat though. It's not a real threat. Yeah. But sometimes I think about it, and sometimes I get really upset that I bought into it, but then. But then my kids would be, they'd be erased out of my life if that never happened. And so, but sometimes I kind of wouldn't mind that. If I'm being honest, come on, like I can't love them all the time. Like,
you know what though? I think that is. It's again, I like that it's real and honest. I don't like, when people like, we talked about this before, but like we have multiple kids and you got to have a favorite, and then almost everyone in public goes, I like them all equally. Yeah. Right. I'm like, no, you don't. Right. Yeah, and I know you do, but your mom said the same thing to you, right? So like,
my mom, I'm gonna do the same thing to my kids.
Yeah, because I like the reality of it instead of sugarcoating things for especially for it's like I don't like politically correct answers when I know that there's way more. And they're just trying to like look like a less of a piece of shit than they really are. Yeah. Right. And I kind of told that one of the YouTuber girls yesterday that was drinking, like we were asking questions, and then we were asking, are you dating anybody? You're cute. You're dating anybody? And she goes, oh no, we broke up like 6 months ago. And I was like, oh, what happened? Right. And she was like, oh, we just mutually agreed. And I was like, I don't like this fucking. Yeah. And I was like, what's up with this Yunnain training? Like, what? I was like, what do you? Nobody mutually.
What are you hiding?
Yeah. Nobody mutually agrees. Either either you hated him or he hated you. Somebody cheated. You know what I mean? Or or whatever. Or something happened. Right? No one just kind of mutually. This is not no fucking independent love story movie. Do you know what I mean?
Well, 9 times out of 10, would you say it's because they phrased it that way because they probably got dumped and it was a little bit more, or
maybe possibly,
or they just trying to save face for the other person.
But I've just met her for the first time. I'm not gonna I don't think I'm gonna ever meet her ex-boyfriend. Yeah. Right. But like everything was like that. All her answers were like, so we're all drinking, right? Yeah. And then okay. We got drunk, and then somehow somebody was talking about dick size. Okay. Right. And so there was 2 girls, right? And I was like one of them was talking about dick size. So I didn't ask.
You didn't ask the question. They asked.
One of them in particular. I said, out of all the guys you slept with, what's the smallest dick you ever seen? Or not even slept with, and what's the smallest dick you ever seen? And then they're like, 다 똑같았어요. Right? I was like, shut the fuck up, right? I was like, I don't like this fucking Yunnain training. Yeah. You know what I mean? You
know what it is though? Like all relationships are like, they're like lives, you know, and they're dead. Yeah. Right? The relationships are dead, right? Yeah. And it's hard to speak ill of the dead. Yeah. Yeah. To a certain extent, I feel every relationship I've had, I have bad things to say, but I'd rather just not, because like it's not going to really do anything.
I mean, in terms of having a conversation, right? I'm not asking for like, yo, man, fuck this person, blah, blah, blah. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, well, he cheated on me. The end, right? Yeah. And then like, if that happened, then I'd be like, like to me that, to me, all the imperfections of someone make someone real to me, right? Like, like a fucking constant random scar on your face makes you look like more of a human being than some sort of like prefabricated, like, you know, like model of what you think you should be. I go, yo, man, like, and that's why I like to pry like shit. But when she kept on doing that, I was like, and I was kind of drunk, and I was like, look, like, I'm assuming that you're trying to be a Yanain because you have 100,000 subs. She does like singing shit. She has a good voice, you know? So, you know, I know that you need to do this to become famous. And when you get famous, then no matter what, knee-jerk reaction, boom, politically correct shit. I totally get it, right? But you suck being around, right? And I can tell he dumped you, right? And
have you asked people you dated in the past, like,
what's wrong with me?
No, no. About let's say about your dick size. Have you ever been like, hey, so how do I compare to other people you've been with?
Yeah.
And they're honest with you?
Yeah.
They're like,
I mean, it's not the biggest.
I don't think I've ever asked that question. Yeah. So, but
you know, like
interesting.
But it's more like, you know, I know.
Yeah.
That like, here's a part of it is like when I was younger and I'm like dating somebody, you know, like it's the ego of mine that wants me to be the best fuck of her life, the best dick of her life, the best everything, right?
Yeah, I get that.
But then at fucking 40, you're like, it couldn't have been.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm fine with it, you know? And I think that part of that, my ego is dead. Like, I don't need to be the best. I just go, good enough. You know?
No brand.
Yeah.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to wrap the show on dick sizes. Oh, man. Yeah.
Well,
we'll see you guys next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.